when I go to Supergirl, there's a kind of reset of like, oh, this is how you can be in life.
I want to ask you about directing the CW shows. You've directed several episodes of The Flash and Supergirl. You just wrapped up another episode for this season. Why is that universe so much fun for you to play in?
I love doing the CW shows because I love the people. The cast and crew are wonderful, warm people. Particularly Supergirl. I love Melissa, not in a creepy stalker way, but she is the warm, like light at the center of the universe. They hang this girl from trusses and ropes and whip her up in the air, and she's always saying like the most ridiculous things about other worlds and whatnot. And she does it all so convincingly, and yet off camera, she got a smile for everybody. I will always choose to go to Supergirl if they invite me, because it's like this weird working vacation where I'm gonna get credit for directing, even though I don't really do anything. And I get to be around very positive people, and the stories they tell tend to be like really positive. You know, like I'm not, I wouldn't consider myself cynical at all, but most of my art has been kind of edgy or cynical and stuff. But deep inside, I'm like an undying optimist. I believe in people, even the people write off as bad people. I believe in humanity, you know? So that story that they tell on that show is about a little girl from outer space who believes in the same thing that I do. So I love going up there and doing that show, man. It checks a lot of boxes, and I can't really ruin it.
Why is the Green Arrow guy not directing an episode of Arrow?
That's not me. I believe there's folks over at Green Arrow that don't like me. But to be fair, I'm always told that, like, Kevin, you wouldn't like Arrow anyway. It's a lot of night shooting, and it's very dark.
Yes, there is never sunlight in Star City.
They said there's like no room for levity. They're like, you know how you like to come up with lines and like that tie into DC, and like these shows are like, you know, Flash and Supergirl, while being very dramatic, are also having an air of lightness to them. But the humor is the one arrow in my quiver. But
well done.
Thank you. Well done. But from what I understand, that's the one arrow that would be least welcome on that show. So I don't know. So yeah, I've offered, but it's never a harsh no. And for the last,
it's a nice no.
It was like I think Beth is the lady that runs the show this year. And when I read that she was getting the showrunner job, I was like, hey man, I'm Kevin Smith, and like, you know, I've worked on all these other CW shows, and like I've always wanted to work on Arrow because I have this character in comics, Onomatopoeia, that I created for Green Arrow as his villain. And I never thought
May or may not kill Silver St. Cloud.
Yes. Well done. I want to see if we could bring him in. I think it'd be fun. I could write the episode, co-write it with you, and direct it and stuff like that. It's my character, so it'd be kind of neat. We'd get a lot of attention. We'd put asses in seats and stuff. I was like, because every time I direct a CW show, the ratings are just a little bit better. I said, so like, you know, I normally wouldn't be forward like this and ask, but I had a heart attack recently. I played that card. I was like, so now I'm kind of living life as honestly as I can. So, hey, are you interested? I would love to do this. And she wrote back, she was just like, great to hear from you. Like, you know, so glad you survived that heart attack. But all our slots are booked. And this is like before the slot booking had begun. So hopefully next season, we could take Onomatopoeia into either Flash or Supergirl. So I can play with my character in that world. Since Green Arrow probably won't ever happen.